Good morning, friends. It's me again. And today I'm going to show you a very interesting place. Behind me is Tel Arad, located not far from where I live, a place that I will also tell you about. And of course, it's not far from the Dead Sea. It's only 30 minutes away. And here you can see a very unique national park with archaeological findings that will rock your world. Here, on the backdrop of the Judean mountains, we are going to see one of the most ancient cities in the world. So stay tuned and save this video if you like archaeology.
Right after leaving the parking and going to the ticket box, you see strange writings on the walls, but in fact this table is Ancient Hebrew, also known as dots or Proto-Canaanite. And these are ostracas that were written here, which are writings that were saved from the Bronze Era some 4,000 years ago. These ostracas shed light on how people lived here, what they had, who ruled them, and who was their friend. If you want to know how people lived here in the Bronze Age, save this video. Here is a map of the region, very important and interesting. And over here is the emblem and symbol of Tel Arad, the Arad iris, which is very unique and an endangered species. I'll tell a bit about it at the end of the video. Some photo posters of the excavation and information written about the uniqueness of the ancient buildings, which can help the traveler get an idea about what he is going to see. It's in the shade and great for summer travelers. After a short stroll, we find walls said by archaeologists reached 15 meters at some points. The were equipped for sieges and had towers, some square, some round. The purpose of the walls was defense from the south and west. Was the Egyptian Empire. The small posterns were made narrow for farmers to go and work the land. The first place you have to see is the well, or water pit, which was made so it gathers water from both the aquifer and rainwater that gathered here. On it, you will see that it was renovated throughout history up to the Hellenistic period at 4th century BC. This place is called the Water Quarter because the well was surrounded by hundreds of houses and was the most important place in the desert.
Here is the view of modern Arad. You can see it in the distance. So over here you could see what is called the Arad house. The Arad house is unique that it is a wide house. Over here you can see storages that are presumably storages after excavations found jars with food in it. Of course, the Arad house was restored at this presumed height. Over here you see the Arad house, which I told you was a wide house. It goes by the width. Its narrowest part is at the entrance left or right. So at the entrance you see a small pillar. This pillar was actually described that it was a pillar that was supposed to support a rooftop made out of wood. Some archaeologists say that it was a place for pagan gods, that they found statues of pagan gods right here. So they don't know. I told you these are the warehouses at the entrance, and on the right side you see a basin for water. People wash their hands and feet. And on the left side there was a place where there was a fire. At the evenings they probably lit some fire, maybe for cooking, etc. And it's all built right next to the walls. Below us is the water cistern. You can definitely see where it was started from, and it goes all the way up that top. So it was a huge city, and of course, an occurrence of a siege, somebody trying to besiege the city, they had to put every meter a soldier, according to the studies of the archaeologists that actually excavated this place. So let me remind you, I'm going next to the walls, the excavations on walls that are almost 5,000 years old. So Arad is definitely one of the most ancient cities in the world. Okay, now it's a bit windy, but over here you can see parts that are inside the ancient wall. Well, what is the ancient wall? It's from the 29th century BC. And over here there is another wall, which is from the 23rd, 21st century BCE. Behind me are city gates. And how do I know that these are city gates? Because they were paved. So this is the entrance to the ancient Canaanite city. So if you want to learn more about the historical value of the Judean desert, of the Negev desert, and why this place was important in protecting the valleys, if you want to go visit some interesting places, maybe a good restaurant, maybe a night and sound show, maybe something else in this region, at the Dead Sea region, contact me. I'll DM you back. This place is amazing. Now we're going through the royal quarter, which is located at the center of the city.
The archaeological part of the tour is divided to two segments. The first is the array of the different parts of the Bronze Era. To conclude it, the city was planned, fortified, has distinct archaeological significance, and you can use your imagination walking through the alleys of the most ancient hippodemic city in the world, with a water quarter, royal quarter, ritual quarter, and much more. The latter part is, of course, the Israeli fortress, built by King Solomon the Great to protect the mountain back and draw a physical border of the Israeli kingdom, and was built to equip a garrison with water with huge water cisterns and a ritual spot called Hadivir, or the holiest of holy, which has gave us some amazing realizations when excavated. Average visiting time here is 2 hours. The park has a picnic sitting area, night parking, glamping site, visitors center, ample parking, and an optional activity for children called Treasure Hunt. For information, you are welcome to write to me in the comments. But brown iris, scientific name, Iris atrofusca, also called Iris loesicola, Gilead iris, is a species of plant in the genus Iris from the subgenus Iris in the Iris temple section. The brown iris was first defined by Tuvia Kushnir in 1947. In the past, the brown iris was called by various names until it received its current name due to the color of its flowers. The origin of its scientific name is from the loess soil on which it grows. The plant is subendemic to Israel and Jordan. And in other shorter videos, I will tell more about it. After visiting the park, there are multiple places to watch flowers in the nature, and for this best to visit between February and April. So to pit this long video, in conclusion, you should write to me in the comment section for any questions you might have had throughout the video, or for any recommendations or travel advice in the South and the Dead Sea region. Thank you for watching, and sign up to my channel for more content about traveling in Israel. Yours truly, Oleg, the Dead Sea Travel Maker.